Yes, up next on IJDM, we are going to basically build our own home bar top slot machine kind of thing. Not a real one, but you'll see how it works. IJDM starts now.
Another visitor. Stay a while. Stay forever.
Okay, getting right into this. What we have here is a bar top slot machine. I'm not going to do any big reveal on it. You already read it. Oh, screen comes on. It's just a screensaver kind of thing. But yeah, it works with touchscreen. Yeah, and this was a game you did see in casinos. And in fact, I guess some casinos actually still have it if you're lucky enough. And good grief, that is annoying. What we're going to do is mute the audio, and you can do that, which is kind of nice. Many of the games I have on here actually are still in casinos. I'm surprised. I was actually like, oh, these are retired games. That's why they're being offered in box form. But Little Green Men was one of them. And the story starts out with, I have had a few offers over the years for these old POS, basically countertop touchscreen things. Most people have modernized to different things now, like the Clover and the ones using the tablets and stuff. And I get a lot of offers of people trying to get rid of these kind of bigger, clunkier machines. So I was trying to find a use for them, and I've seen them just sometimes stacked up on the side of the road, and it's just sad. So if you're looking for a good solution, and I'm actually thinking about actually making these for people and setting them all up so they're all ready to go. If you're interested, let me know. You will have to pay for the gaming rights because I think these games are actually still within copyright bounds. And this is just a few of the games that I put on here. I just grabbed the cheap versions off of your neighborhood friendly auction sites, but I got the Reel 'em In, Super Jackpot Party. Yeah, you got that. And as you can see, Little Green Men, and then this double pack thing that I found as well, which has got a ton of games on them. And a lot of these are just as fun as the games they have now. And I did manage to get some newer ones that kind of more resemble what's going on nowadays. So that's Little Green Men. Let's just go back and get out of this real quick. Basically, this runs on Windows 2000, I'm going to guess. I wouldn't say XP because I don't really see an XP properties, but it's Windows Embedded Standard. And it looks like to me, it's either 2000 or XP build. I didn't really go into it. I basically just cleaned off all the POS software and stripped it down to it just working on bare minimal. That being said, I do need a larger hard drive and a solid state in this because this thing takes forever to load up. It's nothing to do with the games. It may just because of the age of the machine, but I really did nothing other than turn it on and it worked. And then I just cleaned up some stuff. You can hook up a keyboard and mouse to this to get everything set up, of course. The main feature being its touchscreen, which gives you that true casino slot machine feel, since most slot machines now are just touchscreens. That's it. Some don't even have the little buttons on the bottom anymore. And the doves are echoing that as we speak. And I have a few other things here we'll go through in a minute, but the slots Little Green Men, it's got a ton of games on there. We were just in there, but I'm not going to go through every single game. I'll just mention a few of the highlight ones that just from experience playing around with this for the last week that I found most people do enjoy, that have came over to visit and said, oh, wow, you have this game or that game. There is like an interactive 3D experience, but it's just as easy to hit select machine, and then you got your list right here. So it's got candy bars. I don't know if that was ever a thing. Dragon's Gold, I remember seeing that in the casino. Easel Money, I remember that one. Elephant King, Enchanted Unicorn, of course. Hot Peppers, Kangaroo, Roaming Rhinos, Little Green Men, of course. Anything down this way? It's a little tricky sometimes getting down there. And just some kind of like spinner type games, like the old school ones where it's kind of mimicking the spinner noises and stuff like that. So that's what basically came on that pack and what's in this casino. I wish I could figure a way to combine all these into one, especially the ones that seem to have a similar interface. Is this not? And disclaimer now, this was a pretty beat up machine. I picked it up for when I looked at the auction, I didn't realize it was like really down the road for me at a surplus place. They had it for $40 or $50 and took my offer for 40 just to get it out of there. And yeah, I put the cute little IGT logo on it just to make it look more real. I could have took this off probably, but I don't know. It's nice to have the little extra screen puncher if you get sick of using your hands. Screen's seen better days, and sometimes it doesn't quite, you know, exact, but I mean, why is that not starting? Oh, maybe I didn't hit it just right. There's some spots in the screen. Somebody said heat it with a hairdryer and rub it real, and different ways to clean it even more, but I've tried everything, and I really don't want to ruin what I already got set up. So here's Cash Crop. Again, just spin the reels, and yeah, it has audio and everything, and I'll show you that in a moment on the breakdown of the machine. I'm just kind of going through what's on here. Big Tippers, Angler's Gold, Hatter Scatter, Cuckoo Cash, which is really a weird game. I can't seem to... Ideally, you want to have a mouse hidden. UFO dough. Just for some of these smaller areas, you got to tap. It's kind of weird. So that's that one. And then we have the Real Min slot. We're going to skip that one. But yeah, here's one I was surprised to see. I believe they feature this on the Slotomania game, or they did for a while, where they had Super Jackpot Party, which, I mean, you still see this at casinos. There's different versions of it, double party or double this or that or whatever. They've made so many different versions of this game, I've lost count. The thing annoying with some of these, when you fire them up, it's like 2 minutes of, well, it's not really 2 minutes, it's more like 30 seconds, or it takes a little while for some of the games to boot. And that's what it's a boot. Is that a Canadian thing? I'm not sure. Anyhow, as you can see, if I had a solid state, and there's another little trickery thing going on here, because the hard drive was so small, I actually had to install this on a little USB stick, which probably isn't helping things at all. And I don't need the disc to run them. What I basically did is I have a little portable CD, DVD, ROM unit, and I just plugged it into the USB, installed the game, and then I was done. And they were all good to go. Luckily, the graphics drivers and all that were enough to handle the load of some of these games. That being said, off camera, I have another tablet type device. It wouldn't even load some of the newer games. It would do the old games just fine, but I think it's something with the graphics and requiring a more heavy duty graphic card. This motion computing thing was kind of more of my test prototype before I went ahead and decided to do this. So this is one of the problems you have sometimes. You got to enter in cash, and on-screen keyboard's a little weird. So I just hooked up a little wireless keypad, and so I can just punch in the number that I want. So we'll just do $1,000, hit enter. No, it's not real money. Nothing pays out. And just a disclaimer on that, these are legit. You can play them in any state. As far as I know, there's not any rules. They're basically mimicking a slot machine. It's not a real slot machine. But that all being said, it plays exactly like the ones I remember playing in the casino. And the only real difference here is it doesn't have payout coins or real tickets or anything. But most of your modern machines, that's all they do is pay tickets and stuff like that. They'll take your dollar bills, but then you get back, the little card, and that's it. Oh, I was thinking, could we get a bonus on the first spin? It is really hard to get the bonuses on some of these games. I mean, even if you have it in what's called dream mode, it can take you 100 spins before you hit the jackpot party. And if I happen to hit one, maybe off camera, I'll include it in the video, but I'm sure if you look around, you can see and it's basically a bunch of presents, and you got to hit the right ones without hitting what's called the pooper that ends the party. So that is that. Let's go into a few more treats that we have on this system as I bump the camera in true IJDM style. Okay, we're going to exit. Yes, I want to exit. I have another folder here called Games. And I got these years ago. I can't remember how or when, but one of the things I was lucky to get was the Game King Flash game. And I installed a Flash player on the system that's a standalone. And it actually works pretty good. Am I hitting that? See, sometimes you have to use a little more force. And then can we go view, full screen? There we go. Yeah. Doesn't that look exactly like the one? I mean, I know there's some reflection here off my ceiling, but this thing is angled, so it's kind of hard. Yeah, there it is. Max bat. Max bat. No, bet max. Draw. Yeah. Oh, wait, are you supposed to keep the 9s or the ace and the king? I guess it just depends on which way you want to play it, but yeah, we ended up. And this is just like I remember, I don't gamble anymore, so this is just kind of a fun little thing, you know, to have, and bump the camera again. Fun little thing to have. It's kind of awkward trying to do this and hit the screen. I'm actually almost 2 feet away right now. But this is a nice little thing to have on your bar, or if you have a den or a little game room. It's a nice little addition to have, I think. I mean, I think most people would enjoy it. And like I said, in some states you can't buy even the used slot machines that have the coins disabled because it's illegal in that certain state. But with this, it's, you know, an easy fix, and it's a lot cheaper. Some of these used slot machines go for thousands of dollars now. It's like, you can do this. This whole build cost me, let's just say less than $100. And that's where my idea came in. Maybe I can build these and sell them locally, and somebody might want one for their man cave or their woman cave, or what's it called? Still called the woman cave, man cave, person cave, whatever. Getting out of this one's a little tricky. That's where this thing, because there's no actual exit thing. I can use the escape key. It brings the window down. I can close it out and then go to my other games. And nothing exciting to see here, just the games I installed. It's just your base window screen. I probably could make some kind of nicer looking thing to load them up, but most of the time a game's on anyways. Let's take a look at underneath here as we fold this thing up. And it's gonna be hard to see because this is mounted. This unit didn't have a speaker. Some do have a built-in speaker. This one did not. So I picked up this little USB. It also mimics a sound card. It took me a minute to get it work in Windows Embedded XP 2000, whatever, but was able to get it working. And what I did some double-sided tape and basically stuck it here. But of course, then I couldn't get to my USB ports. So I just added this little gimmick down here. That's just one of these little Amazon USB hubs. So that, and I have a little plug here that kind of makes it so I can fit the plug in behind the speaker. And yeah, there you go. It's just, there's the key for the keypad, and then there's the USB with all the games on it and so forth. And I just keep that tucked up in this nice little cubby. There is a power button that's kind of hidden up in here, which is kind of nice. You don't have somebody accidentally turning it off. And this does adjust into different things. The only minus with the speaker where I have it is you can't really push it down, so I had to prop it up in the back with a little piece of wood just so it wasn't tilted so far up. But yeah, this is a nice little unit. I mean, there's not much more I can say about it other than, yeah, this would be tons of fun. Would I recommend this for anybody under the age of 21 or even 25? No, I do not encourage any type of gambling with children or youngsters or anything. So I think this is more of an adult thing. I want to make that clear. So here's Reel 'em In. We'll just finish up on Reel 'em In. And as you can see, it's okay. See, every once in a while on this game, I get this weird red screen. But if I do enter, collect, and then go back into it, I might have something on my fingers. Turn them out. And it's spinning, and you spin and spin and basically see how much cash you got. The only thing I don't like is, on some of the casinos, and I don't know how it is now. Good grief, how long does that go on for? Okay, you can't stop that, that's nice. Whew. This one's a little obnoxious on the payouts, especially since it's only 380 and it's a 100 bet. The conversions on cash versus credits is a little weird, so I came up with a little system just figuring 10,000 credits is like putting in $100, so it's $101.80 is kind of the way I kind of trick my mind into thinking that way. Don't know if it's correct, but it's close enough for me. And you can change denominations on each game and different little settings there. And some of the games have what's called this double payout, which is kind of cool, where you get twice the payouts. That'll do it for this IJDM. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe, check that Patreon page out. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.